Hi, Lynn Plaskowitz, longtime, lifelong resident of the town of Orange.
So how'd you get here?
I've been here since I was 1 year old, 1957. Born and raised here, and left for a couple of years, but had to come back.
So why did your parents come here then?
My parents moved here from East Haven. So they were one of the original houses on Night Lane, and stayed and absolutely loved it. 5 brothers and sisters. We all grew up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Night Lane was one of those developments after the war that I understand there were quite a few of them, these neighborhoods that popped up.
Yeah, it was.
So great.
Yeah.
Great. And
Yeah.
so talk about your involvement. You really.
So this is where I went to school. As a matter of fact, where I am right now was my 5th grade classroom.
This very room?
This very room was my
I'm so glad we filmed it
5th
here.
grade
I didn't
classroom.
realize that.
Yes, and where I am now in the Park and Recreation office was my 6th grade classroom, and I sit exactly where I sat in 6th grade. So I guess some would say I came full circle, others would say didn't go very far. Take it as you may. But, but being in this building, I have a lot of childhood memories. I honestly, every day as I go by the custodial closet across the hall, think of the custodian that was there, Fred Scalise, always had a pipe in his mouth, and I can smell his pipe tobacco still as these days. So yeah, this is a good building for me. I like it. I had a lot of good memories in this building. Yeah. No.
Wow.
My children didn't get to come here. They all went to Peck Place School. So, but just me.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So now all of your kids, you have a couple of kids still that have moved into?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. My husband was here from the time he was 13, so he's been here quite a while as well. We have 8 children. The majority of them are still local. Yes, love it here. They have bought houses here, so we're starting that 2nd and 3rd generation here, as many have in town.
Did your husband and you, did you and your husband meet in Orange?
We did meet in Orange. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did meet in Orange. And as a matter of fact, he was dating a friend of mine. And then they broke up, and that's how, yeah. Well, and it happened to be Vicky Miner from the Miner family, who was a big family in town at one time.
Orange Center Road?
Orange Center Road.
And you guys met?
Yes.
You guys met in school?
Just after high school.
So-
Yeah, just after high school. Yeah. So, yeah, so we were in Arizona for a couple of years, 2 or 3, came back here, ended up buying a house here, and
And
yeah.
what made you? You were working. You were not working in the town at the time.
No. I didn't work when my kids were younger, of course, and did a lot of everything that moms do with kids. I was room mother for 2 and 3 classes. I was Girl Scout leader, Brownie leader, many, many things. In the 90s, my husband got involved with Orange Little League through the president then, Dan Davis, asked my husband, as an excavator in town, would he help him renovate the Old Tavern Road fields. Well, that became the family project. And before you know it, we were putting in new fields, he was trucking in dirt, we were putting up lights, fences, dugouts, the Plaskowitz field house, which was the snack stand that I would every day go to the store, get all the food for the snack stand, and open it up every day at 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, and first thing Saturday morning. One of my younger sons, actually, his friends thought we lived there. They used to tell us, could we go to Jason's house after the baseball game? Because they honestly thought we lived in that because we spent so many hours there. It was yeah. So
Well, I was in the Little League for my whole life, basically. I was involved in that, and there's a lot of good memories with that. So that's,
there was, yeah. I was the very first woman on the Orange Little League board as the secretary of softball. So yeah, that was tough to sit in a room with all those men for those years, and then women started to come in. But yeah, great organization, really good. So
Yeah, I think Orange really prides itself in those fields.
We do pride ourselves. Yeah, and you know, it was a grassroots effort, which is something I'm really proud of in this town. Anything I ever get involved in is totally a grassroots effort. It is bring everybody in, everybody brings a little bit of everything, and it gets done. Everything we do in this town that's big is done that way. The country fair, this will be my 20th year with the country fair, although I'm kind of a baby in that, because Judy's probably been 30 plus, and all my friends in there are 30 plus, but yeah, this is my 20th year, and my kids are right beside me at the country fair.
So shortly after, at some point, you were involved in Little League, and then you wanted to branch out, and now you're doing the country fair, and so that was around the same time?
Yeah, my kids started to age out of Little League. Yeah, I actually, when I was on the board at Little League, we hosted the girls' Eastern Regional Softball Tournament here in town, which was like the very first time ever. And we had to house 5 teams. So we actually had 5 teams of softball players come in, and I had to find housing for each and every one of them. Something Little League did for years, and of course they don't do it anymore. The times have changed, but yeah. So that was interesting. We had 3 girls from Maine stay with us. It was a blast for a week. It was, yeah, little things in town that went on that people just don't know.
Don't know. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think any time there was an opportunity for you, whether it was Relay for Life, whether it was, I know you pitched in with some of the senior dinners and stuff, getting that pasta going.
Oh, yes, the Living Treasures. In
Yes.
2006, Mary DeVito asked me if I would help her cook. And that was the beginning of a 10-year adventure of cooking hundreds and hundreds of meatballs with Mary DeVito and serving to all the Living Treasures in town, which is a great thing that the town has. It really is, to honor those seniors that have given to the town for so many years. So yeah, you always find me in the kitchen, basically, for most events. You'll find me in the kitchen.
But along with you brought your daughters
Alongside
and
my
sons and stuff.
children.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, my kids have I've heard them in the corner saying, "Mommy's planning another event, run." So, although they do volunteer at the end, but you know, they think about trying to escape.
That's great. And
Not.
what do you do at the country fair?
Country fair, run the food pavilion with my good friend Jody Damon. And it's one of our pride and joys in town. We have such a great time. Nothing in our family goes on the week of the country fair. You're not allowed to get married, you're not allowed to go on vacation, you're not allowed to do anything except just be around for the country fair.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as you said, you've been doing it for 20 years.
This 20 years.
Wow.
20 years.
Good.
Yeah.
And what made you want to get involved initially?
With the country fair?
Yeah.
Actually, it was funny. A woman came to me one day and said to me, "I need volunteers for the country fair, and I know you know a lot of people in town. Could you help me out?" And I said, "Sure." So I put together people to volunteer, and that woman never showed up again. And so it became mine. So I've just continuously, yes, staffed the front end of the country fair's main food pavilion for years and years now.
That's good.
Yeah,
And you're awesome.
by default.
You are awesome.
By default. Thank you, thank
Definitely.
you. I work with the Wright family doing the breakfast every Saturday and Sunday. We have a wonderful time. That's one thing people really need to understand is when you volunteer in this town, it is always a good time. Always.
True.
Yeah,
That's true.
there's always a good time. You make great friends, you meet great people. So it's important to do that.
Definitely. And so right now you're actually working for the Park and Rec. So again, you're involved with a lot of good
Again,
things
so
going on.
yes, and working with Park and Rec is great because my children are older now, so now I get to know the younger families in town and get to know them all over again and tell them all the stories of town. So hopefully pulling in some more volunteers to run these little events that I
I
often.
don't think you're contemplating retiring, are you?
I am not. I am not contemplating retiring because the woman that was there before me was 93 before she retired. So I think I can stay until I'm 93 before they ask me to
There you
leave.
go. And you've got quite a few more years to go.
I do, but you know what? I just might make it till then.
That's the spirit.
Yes, yes.
Good. Do you have any the fond memories, I'm sure just go on and on with all the family involvement and the Little League and whatnot. Is there anything else in Orange that kind of we don't know about that Lynn Plaskowitz just
Well, you're
absolutely
involved in
loves?
the playground committee.
I am involved in the
Wow.
playground committee.
Yeah.
I was involved in, again, a grassroots effort that we did with the original playground at Muriel
Right.
Tracy with Denise Murdo, a
Exactly.
very good friend. And so now I'm involved in the new playground project. And here we go again with another playground.
Well, I remember as a kid, that one at Muriel Tracy, that's like nostalgic in my head. As a kid, I remember, even before I lived in Orange, we would come here just to go to that playground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. That was something that the whole town actually got to be involved in, and the kids. The playground that we're putting up now, it's, you know, the times are different and the building is different, but we're still hoping to get people involved in helping us build and landscape and do whatever we can think of for volunteers in that to make it a better place.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, I think pulling in the volunteers really makes that ownership quality, so that you really do have the pride in either creating a beautiful playground area or producing wonderful food that everybody's going to enjoy. And I really think that the group that are volunteering are exceptional.
Yeah,
That's
it's
exceptional.
legacies in this town are very important to me. That's what I love about it more is the legacy end of this town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people, you know, they grow up, they move away, but
Mhm.
I chose to stay and bring my family in and
Good.
really
Well, I
enjoy
consider
it.
you a legacy of this, even though we've been talking to people who are 98 and
Yes, exactly, yeah.
92 and so on. But Lynn, I really do. I look at you as someone that's carrying on such a wonderful tradition in Orange, and
Thank you.
it really is. I have to say it's an honor. It's an honor to be able to say that you're a good friend.
Thank
But
you.
also an honor to know that you have brought such joy to so many people in town.
Thank you, thank you. I'm enjoying this Bicentennial as well because I was around for the Sesquicentennial. I was in the parade riding in the rumble seat of one of the Knights' cars dressed in period costume.
There you go.
You know, and it was interesting to watch all the men grow their beards, and you know, so it was a great time. I'm just hoping people will really enjoy the celebration that we have going this summer, the entire celebration, and really come out and build their own family memories in this town.
Good point, good point. Building those memories, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
what we're all about.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've taken it full circle. You were, as a little kid, you were involved in the Sesquicentennial, and
Mhm.
now you're helping
With the
the
Bicentennial.
Bicentennial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And how has that been? What's that been like?
You know, it's been really great.
Yeah.
It really has. People that are on the project with us are all a lot of us are lifetime people in this town, and we all honestly love this town and are trying to bring that information to the next generation. Yeah.
right. I think we've got some good activities planned.
We
so-
do have some really great activities planned. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm doing a mud run for families, so that'll be interesting.
And I like the idea that it's for families. I think that is.
It
key.
is.
That
It's
really
all
is
about
key.
families. Bring your kids and enjoy.
Good.
Yeah.
And when you said you went to the parade in the Sesquicentennial, did you get involved in any of the other activities? There were pie eating contests?
Yes,
and
the pie eating contest. We had such a good time that entire week. It was wonderful. It really was.
And how old were you when?
I was 15.
Okay.
So I was old enough to really enjoy
Yeah.
and remember.
Anything else from the Sesquicentennial?
It's hard to remember all the
15
activities.
was kind
yeah.
of that in between. 'Cause
Yeah.
You didn't go to the ball.
No, I did not go to the
Pageant.
ball.
Did you do
No.
the pageant at night?
No, but I do remember the baby contest. It was
Yes, they were all dressed up. and
yes,
stuff.
yes, baby contest, and it was just a sign of the times. It was really
Right.
nice. Yeah.
My brother was the little caboose. he was dressed up like a little railroad man.
There you go.
Yeah, I
There
think
you
so
go.
too. Yeah.
See?
We'll see if we can find any footage of you on,
Yeah, in the back of the
in the
rumble
parade.
seat.
In the back of the rumble seat,
Yeah.
yes.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
overlay it, you know?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun down the post road. That was far less than it is now, but
To
Yeah,
think that
Nonetheless.
they closed down the post road.
yeah,
exactly.
absolutely,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
It was huge.
It was huge, yeah.
That was something. And
Yeah.
now, what's the biggest problem that we have? We can't get marching bands.
Now we can't get marching bands. And then we had them coming out the woodwork.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Beautiful.
going by that little police station that we had. And,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
That's
I remember going to the police station on a field trip as a child too. Like
Oh my
it was
God.
just little 1-cell, 2-cell place. It was, it was
Exactly.
just a little tiny building, but yeah,
That's it.
Mhm,
Yeah.
it was what it was.
Very small.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's a little place.
Anything else you remember? The post road changed so much.
Oh, it did.
Was there
It
anything
changed
there that was just-
so much. There was
Did you ever go to the trampoline?
Did
place?
go to the trampoline place? Yes, yes. Yes, and I was just going to say there was a restaurant, Frankie's Villa Pompeii,
Oh my.
which was on the Post Road by Peck Lane. Yeah, that was always a good restaurant, one of the best in town. Everybody had their weddings there back then, so yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, and then at the other end was the trampoline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, good times, good
Mhm.
times.
Yeah,
Great.
great times. Yes.
And you brought us a pillow to show.
I brought you my pillow. A friend of mine brought this to me for my birthday. It's one of my prized possessions because, as you know, Orange is my happy place.
Well, and I think part of it is you've made Orange a happy place.
I thank you for that.
I do
I
mean
thank
that.
you for that.
I do mean that.
Yeah, I just giving back is what it's all about for me in life.
Awesome, awesome,
Hmm.
definitely. And you have definitely given a lot. And we're
Thank
very
you.
glad that you are
Thank you.
continuing to until you're 93.
And I will
after this
continue.
dance.
Yes, yes, yes. I will continue it till I'm 93.
Excellent.
At least 93.
At least 93. Yes,
That's
yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Lynn, that's
No.
great.
There you go.
Do you have anything else? You're good?
Good.
Anything else?
I
Any
do
other
not.
stories?
No, yeah.
This is wonderful. Well, we
Great.
know you have to get home and get cooking, so we better let you go, or you're gonna have 16 people sitting around your table
With
going,
no food. Yes. No.
Oh, how wonderful.
All right.
And I think that's another thing that we're seeing, some of the families that have their families still in the area, and how cool that is. Yeah. So
Yeah, it is the best, and
That's
it's
gotta be
yeah.
a tribute to the town.
Yes.
You know?
Yes,
They
it
wanna
is. It's
stay
it's
here.
great when I have my kids' friends coming in with their babies that are taking swim lessons. So I'm seeing that next generation, and it's just a blast.
That's
Yep.
cool. Well,
Yep.
you're very lucky.
Small town living, nothing like it.
There you go. Good line. That's a good line.
Cool.
Very good. Well, thanks.
Thank you, people.
Thanks
This
for
was a
being so
blast.